world today, or the world as it's been for ages, decades, centuries, through the recorded annals of time and history, we have been a people who are being controlled by lies, deception. The lie of division, the lie of separation, controlled by fear. And it's pretty obvious to me, and I'm sure to most people listening, that it is much easier to control a people or a population that feel like they are divided, that feel that they are separate from other people, that are ruled and controlled by fear and manipulated by lies. Now, one thing that I've come to realize is, as part of a universal collective, which we as people are, we're a collective of everything in the universe. The plants, the trees, the rocks, all the animals, everything in existence in the universe is connected through energy. We're like different points of energy as individuals that are connected energetically to each other point of energy, which is everything in creation. So, with that in mind, we literally affect everything with our thoughts and our actions. Telepathy is an example of this connection, and that's why we can communicate telepathically at times, and why, animals, the Sasquatch, can do that, because they understand that on a much deeper level than we do. But it's because of that connection that we share between us that we can do that. And so when people say, be careful what you wish for, or be careful of your thoughts and your actions, taking this understanding and truth into mind, it's much more important, much more real to think that all our thoughts and our actions don't only affect us and how we proceed with our lives and our lessons and our journey, but it affects everything. And so with that in mind, it's also true, there's a certain hopelessness in the world today, like, with all that's going on. Like, what can I do? What can small little me do? How can I change anything? How can I affect change? I'm just one little person. What am I going to do to combat the things that are going on in the world today? Well, in truth, we're actually much stronger and more powerful as individuals and as a collective than we know or consciously know. That to me is a fact. That's one of the lessons of the Sasquatch people. And when we think from our heart-centered, like the Sasquatch people have taught me, and live under their lessons of the heart that preclude judgment, preclude division, separation, and all those negative vibrations, we can affect everything, because like that telepathic network that is shared between us, we literally do affect everything. One positive thought, one thought that stands up to a wrong or a perceived wrong about hating somebody because they're different or judging somebody. One thought that combats that goes out to everything. And so we're much stronger than we think. We're much stronger than we think. And I'm sorry if I'm rambling a little bit. Of course, I don't have a script or anything. So I'm trying to get my thoughts set coherently. But every thought and action, like I said, affects the whole, the collective. So it's a lie that what can little old me do? Little old me can do lots. Little old you can do lots by having a heartfelt based reality and a heartfelt based way of living. That is not judging somebody because they're different. Thinking that countries are different or believing the lie of politics and all these divisive tools that are put before us tell us. It seems that everything in the world is based on division. This country is battling this country. This religion is different than this religion. This person is a different color than this person. This person's beliefs are different than mine. And it always takes us to a negative point of judgment, which is a lower vibrational enterprise or activity. And when you're in the heart, like I was, and how I received my powerful lesson with my love zap that I got, where I was instantly downloaded this knowing, this universal knowing, and this universal connection. When we're in that state, and when we practice being in that state, because it's not like a magic pill where you just are suddenly changed. Well, yes, you are changed, and you never will go back, and you always have that basis from which to work with, and that basis of truth with which to refer to. But, conditioning over the years has always taught us, or at least regularly takes us back to that point of judgment. I do that. I judge every day. I try to work on it. But I do know the difference, and I do know what's right and what's wrong, at least for me and for what I feel is the solution for us as a people. So when we live in that state of no judgment, the core, which is love, no division, and no fear, we are free to do our work, and we are free to not be influenced by the lies and the deception that we have been taught for years. It's an age-old game. Governments teach us that. Our parents, because they didn't know any better, teach us this, about don't do this, don't hang with this person, blah, 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 all that stuff. Everything based in judgment. When we get away from that, and we realize that we are all one and all connected, and that judgment is a lower vibrational energy, when we get away from that and just accept, love, just understand that it just is and it's all right, if that makes sense, then we can affect the change that humanity is looking for, the conscious shift, so to speak. So I hope I'm making sense here. I'm trying to rattle this off at the top of my head. So when you feel like you're just one small person and you can't do anything to change, yes, you can. You're powerful in and within yourself. You're powerful. And by sending out light thoughts, by sending out love, by not buying into the age-old traditions that have bound us and shackled us in fear and judgment and division, when not buying into that and raising our vibrations above that, we can not only change ourselves, we can change other people. just by the energy that we send out, just by the love that we send out. So this hopeless feeling of, what can I do is really, there's no reality in it. We can do so much. And it's not that hard. It's very simple. Just live and think from your heart. Don't judge. Don't hate. Don't discriminate. Don't live in fear. Because as eternal beings, there really is nothing to fear. This is just a classroom anyway. So you're here for a prearranged lesson. And although we have free will, it's still a classroom. Free will is actually important for the classroom, because without free will, how could we learn? Those are the lessons that are garnered because of free will, because we have a choice to do this, to do that, and these choices teach us. So I just wanted to say to each and every one of you that we are powerful. You are strong. Your thoughts and your actions affect everything. So make your thoughts and your actions good ones. And don't give in to the despair that is trying to be created for our reality these days, because it's an illusion. We're better than that. We're bigger than that. And, I try to live that way. I don't always succeed. Because, when we've been going through this programming and these lies for hundreds and hundreds of years, passed down from generation to generation, it seems to be our fallback thing, We judge every day. But just be aware of it and try to raise above it. And, personally, when I'm in my best place, when I was in the midst of my love zap vibration, I didn't have any of that. None of that exists there. I didn't judge even the smallest animal as being inferior to me. I felt like everything was just complete. Everything was whole. Everything was non-judgmental. It just was. And it was all right. And I didn't have to formulate any thoughts, because there were no thoughts that were needed. It was just a complete wholeness, a well-being, so to speak. So I hope that this has made sense and that I've explained this properly, but really, you are just as powerful as I am or as anybody. And I'm not singling myself out as powerful. I'm just saying that I've had some lessons and some insight into this and trying to pass it on to others. But do not ever feel that you are not good enough, that you cannot make a difference, because you can. And how do you make a difference? From your heart, from your thoughts, and the energy that you put forth. That's how you make a difference. So let me think, do I have anything more to add? Just don't accept being limited. Don't let the limitations that others place on you stop you from being all you can be. A love-based, energetic being who is putting that out to the collective so that collectively we can all become that. Because that's how it happens. That's how change happens. The change is going to happen from the individual putting it out to the collective so that eventually the collective changes. And we get out of this fear. We get out of this cycle of judgment. We get out of this cycle of thinking that we're divided. Just look at the politics today and the world and the news. It's all about judgment. It's all about division. It's all about separation. And that's not how it is. So it's time that we all spiritually grow up, step into our power, realize who we are and practice it every day so that we can affect the change that we want for our future and for our children's future. Because that time is coming. Many of us are being contacted. This message is coming to many of us, not just me, many, many people, by many, many different messengers, not just the Sasquatch. It could be star beings, guides, angels, whoever. It is the time of change. It is the time of transition. And so don't let little old me, what can I do, overwhelm you, because it's not true. You are powerful. You can do it, and you start and you do it from here. And thank you for listening. Love to all of you. I just wanted to add that it's really, really very simple and profound. You know, there are many ways that you can reach out and connect to yourself, I guess, through meditation, through teachings, through lessons, through different practices that people offer. And everyone, or many people, have a different take on it. And I'm not criticizing that at all. You know, we can all use tools to help build ourselves from the inside better. We can all use tools. But I just wanted to say that I really do think it's really, really simple. Profound and simple. You just have to get into your heart, and you just have to project that out to the universe. Just get inside your heart. Realize that we're all connected. Realize that we are not any better than any other living creature in the world. Realize that there does not have to be judgment, that division is a lie. Realize all these things, and that fear is an illusion. Realize all these things and practice them. Live them every day. That's really, really simple, actually. Simple, but something that you have to work on too. So I hope that these words that come from my heart and the heart of the Sasquatch people who have shown me the way resonate with you. That would be my hope. And thank you so much. You know, the Sasquatch people that I know are not the monsters that they are portrayed to be on shows like Finding Bigfoot or Hunting Bigfoot or whatever some of these shows are called. That's entertainment. That's not reality. They are not that. They're a highly evolved spiritual race of interdimensional beings, capable of mind speak, capable of shape-shifting, capable of appearing anywhere that they want with just a thought, capable of cloaking. And virtually all of the abilities that people have witnessed and talked about them doing, especially now in recent times when people are opening up to it. But they're not monsters. They're a beautiful, heartfelt people. And you know, in relation to this video, I just wanted to say that the way that they treat me, the way they treat me with no judgment, with love, with compassion, with understanding, and with patience, all of those things are exactly the attributes that their lessons teach us. They're heart-based, heartfelt beings, hoping to lift us up by our bootstraps and make us realize who we truly are. as beings of the collective universe as a whole. Far more powerful than we ever imagined. So that is what they're doing, and that is how they have shown me and how they have presented themselves in an authentic way all throughout my dealings with them. They never waver. They never waver. And the lessons that they have bestowed upon me, graced me with, are the most important lessons of my life. And that's the reason I make these videos. That's the reason I talk to people. It's because they are so life-changing, so beautiful, so important for us to realize so that we can achieve greater things for ourselves, so that we can recognize who we are. So they're beautiful people, and it's sad when people project them as monsters, as something that will rip your head off or scare you. It really weighs on my heart. Now, it's also true that they are a people. So, as a people, some of them are different than others. But I think generally, if you treat them with respect, they will reciprocate. And I think a lot of the experiences that people have had are just based in fear and misinterpretation and misunderstanding what the experience was. For instance, if, just a basic example, if I'm walking along the path and all of a sudden a little rock comes out and lands on the path in front of me, which has happened countless times, I'm excited because I'm thinking, oh, my friends are here. And that's great. And I'm, really overcome with joy that they're with me and that they're present. Where other people will grab their gun and just like, the damn thing is going to kill me and stuff like that. So the same identical experience can be completely interpreted in a different way by the individuals experiencing it. So that's something to bear in mind. But basically what I wanted to say is that the Sasquatch people, the way that they present themselves, like I just said, is in very much the identical and same manner as they teach us to be. Respectful, loving, non-judgmental, heartfelt, and living in no fear. So I just wanted to put that out there.